All right, we appear to be live. So, hello and welcome to the Adventure Quest 3D live stream. What we're doing right now is playing as the dragonslayer class, which is something I've never done before on the channel or at all. So this is my first little bit of a gameplay here, attempting to use this and learning how to use this determination so that I can make a solid, full-fledged guide on this class coming up soon. Okay, so we're just going to go ahead and stream it. We're going to see how she goes here. May not get any viewers. Don't really care. I've been streaming a couple weeks now. I haven't really had that many views, so it's okay. But basically, with the dragonslayer class, what I gather is you just pretty much build determination over time, and your abilities are empowered by determination, and it makes them much stronger. But I'm going to have to turn my brightness up to C, so give me just a moment. It's nice being live streaming because I can pause the stream and I can do the things that I can't do recording, and so that's always nice. We're going to use this ability. Whoa, that's pretty cool. All right, nearly killed the guy. And so basically, I've already just finished recording my class guide. So chances are, if you're watching this live stream late, which many of you will be if anyone who watches this much, and when you watch it late, the class guide will probably already be on the channel. It's an updated class guide for 2018 because everything has changed from the last class guide I did, and so I did a guide today on my phone, which is where I'm streaming this from, pretty much showcasing what exactly has changed since in the 2 years plus that it's been since I have done a class guide for Adventure Quest 3D. And I like these little random dungeons. It's nice to just jump on, grind a little bit for that armor. Eventually I'm going to get the beta berserker armor. I don't know when. I'd like to have it before the game goes out of beta, obviously, because then you can't get it anymore. And it does look kind of cool, so that's always nice. And basically what we're just going to do here today on stream, we're going to relax. We're going to play a little bit, and if someone wants to join me in the game, we'll join up, we'll play some dungeons, we'll do whatever, you know. But overall, basically, this is just going to be a totally relaxed, laid back stream. I'm just going to chit chat about whatever I feel like. And so here we are, 2 minutes in, and basically what we've done so far is fight in a dungeon and talk about nothing. So mission's accomplished so far. Anyways, what we're going to do today, like I said, we're just going to go ahead and jump on into the chit chat and the whatever. And I thought I saw somebody over here. Yeah, guarding arachnid. All right, you Mr. Arachnid. But what we're going to do is just keep using the dragonslayer class for just a little bit. Then I might as quick as I did. Like I said, go check that video out when you get done watching the stream. If you're watching it live, that video is not on the channel yet. That is going to be featured of my stream. I've got a few minutes to stream, got maybe 15-20 more minutes, so we might just do this. We might go places and do other things. I don't really know what we're going to get into. When it comes to live streaming, I just kind of do whatever I feel like, basically. And we just enjoy playing the game. I do some grinding, typically, is what happens. I'm already at level cap, so there's no grind to level cap anymore. But I do grind armor sets and that sort of thing on streams. I also grind the daily bosses. I really should probably go do my daily boss quest just because I want the Balrog blade one of these days. And I definitely want some of the awesome. And so we might go grind that here in just a moment. I might swap to the rogue and close those comments out. And we'll go grind that just momentarily. That would be fun. And so I think that's what we're going to do after we complete this dungeon. The dragonslayer is just a little bit slow for me. He's really good, and especially when you're fighting dragons, he's good. But personally, that was the end of that dungeon. That was pretty quick. Those are really fast little random adventures. If you really haven't played the game before and you want to jump into it, the best thing to do after you complete your little tutorial and you just want to try it out a little bit, try out the different classes, hit that travel crystal right there and tap on the random adventures there, or click if you're on PC or Mac. Is this game on Mac? I don't know if this game's on Mac. Anyways, track the quest. We're going to kill some minions, and we got to defeat Gorthor the Warfiend. That's the axe that we get. You can see it way off in the distance there, maybe. The big giant axe, and it looks cool. So that's what we're going to get eventually whenever we get done grinding. It's going to be a heck of a grind to get that thing, though. I mean, it takes a long... If you're just tuning in, I don't even know if anyone's watching, but if you're just tuning in, I've dropped the dragonslayer class in favor of using the rogue a bit more, just because I enjoyed it from the last video. If you haven't seen the video, once again, it will be on the channel one of these days. But what I am doing here is just killing these mages, I did do my dragonslayer daily to unlock the class today, so that's why I was wanting to showcase my first gameplay, because, you know, I just unlocked the class. It looks like we got a bunch of people fighting with Gorthor, so what I'm going to do is go ahead and kill this last Crimson Fire Mage, or Crimson Keep Mage, and I'm going to go up there and hang out with the guys that are fighting with Gorthor. Weapons go from like level 1 to 7 to 14 to 21, or to 14 to 18 to 21. It's something like that. They go through progression. So you start at the first level when you craft the weapon, and you work your way up to the higher levels, which is really cool. The higher level, you can do it. You know, as soon as you get to that level, you can craft stuff and use it. And so that's something to always keep in mind. Our big goal here today is just simply to get one of the broken axes, and we're going to have to probably maybe take a break here for just a second. I will let you know momentarily if we have to take a break or not. But the really nice thing about Do Recorder is I can just swipe down and pause it. If you're going to record anything on a smartphone these days, or you're going to use any kind of screen capture on a smartphone, streaming or whatever, Do Recorder is the way to go. I'm not paid to say that. This is not an advertisement. That's just my personal opinion. I really like my Do Recorder. I've tried the other things like YouTube Gaming, which only lets me record at 720p. I can record a Do Recorder at 1440p if I want to, which is what my phone runs at. And while I might do that one of these days, just doing it at 1440p without having to, because, you know, I can't really edit those videos unless I'm editing them on my phone solely. Yeah, that's just a game killer for me, really. It just, I can't justify recording in 1440p and taking up the space when I could just record and upload in 1080p and everything be fine, because I'm not going to upload 1440p videos to YouTube using my data, which is how I upload anyways. It's not like it matters. I have unlimited data. But just for me personally, overall, I am not going to go through uploading and stuff in 1440p. I'm going to die. All those guys that were over there fighting Gorthor just abandoned me, and here he is spawning. You know, even though I'm at level cap, and even though I have really good gear, I can still be overwhelmed in this daily boss area, and that's what I like. You know, it's not something that when you get max level, you just storm through it every day. It scales with you. This is one of the scaling areas in the game, and I'm sitting in a work vehicle, and I just revved the gas up really bad. Oh, whoops, that was not cool at all. But it's one of the areas in the game that scales with your level. So you can come here at level 3, which is where you come out of the tutorial at, and you can fight these things at level 3. It bumps you up to level 21, just like I am, and you fight in this area just fine, which is really cool that they do that. Same with those little last dungeons I was just doing. And so there's lots of things in the game that you can do and play with other people, your friends at level cap and whatever, and not have to be at level cap, which is awesome. And I'm so glad they chose that design philosophy on things. That makes life so much better. You have no idea how frustrating it is. I'm sure you do. Somebody out there knows exactly what I mean. Just how frustrating it is to come into a game. You know, your friend's like, dude, you should play this game with me. And you're like, okay, I'll download it. And then he's got all of this strong, you know, high level items, and you've got nothing, and you can't play together. He's high level and you're not. And so the fact that they've gone this route with the design and the choice of this game, it's just really nice to me. I really like that they've thought about everybody when they play this. You know, it wasn't just a, oh, well, we're going to make this random boss area, but you have to be a level cap to go there. No, they thought of everyone at this area, and I really like that. I really like that about the daily, the random adventures that they have, which is just like playing the old Flash Adventure Quest and tapping on the battle button and going into battle. That's exactly what they wanted, and I think they've achieved that relatively well. And so that, for me, was just a huge nostalgia trip. I really, really enjoyed the nostalgia of that. And playing the game again. And, well, I actually haven't played the Adventure Quest, the original one, and probably since I made the video on that a couple of years ago, comparing it to this, along with Adventure Quest World. So basically, not comparing it, but explaining exactly what this game was then. And the game has totally changed since then. They've updated a lot of things. and they still keep the other games updated that they work on. You know, they all have their own separate dev teams. So if you want to check out their other games, they've got Adventure Quest and they've got Adventure Quest Worlds. And then now they have this one, which is anything for the best stuff in the game. You don't have to pay for anything if you don't want to. And so that's really nice. I wish more companies would do that. It's really nice that I don't have to pay a nickel if I don't want to. I've already gone so far as become a Dragon Guardian back in 2016. But that's besides the point. I didn't have to do that. Neither do you. Here we go. This area did introduce a little bit of what is Guardian only stuff. And so the armor that he's wearing, or there's a certain set of shoulder pads and a certain weapon here, I think, that is only for Guardians. And so that's kind of annoying and frustrating. You know, I don't like that. I think they should stay away from that, definitely, because Adventure Quest Worlds had that, and I hated it. You know, it was only for members, and you had to pay a subscription fee. At least this is a one-time $20 thing, and that's it. But still yet, I don't like that, you know, you take content from people and put it behind a paywall just because other people are Guardians. And so basically, I can get that sword, and if you start the game free, you can't. I don't like that, and I think they should do away with that. But other than that, I really enjoy this game. It's really worth playing, especially here in 2018. Here we go, big boss, time to fight. Why is my attack buttons not working? Lagging a little bit, guys. Sorry about that. I've used so much data, they're probably really, you know, they're probably really throttling me. I got an unlimited data plan, but I don't think they quite wanted me to go quite so unlimited whenever I got the unlimited data. You know, it was just like, hey, you've got unlimited data, but try not to use unlimited amount of it. But I've used a lot of data. I'm not gonna lie, especially since I started doing YouTube mobilely. That's where most of my data has gone. Doing these uploads, doing these recordings, doing all this thing on the go, you know, doing these long videos. Now, I've done a 30-minute video the other day on PUBG Mobile, actually. It was a really nice game that I had, and I thought I'd feature it. It was my second game ever, I think. Second game ever? Yeah, second game ever. And so I thought I'd feature it. That's before I found out that the game is riddled with bots. And not riddled with bots in the way you might think. It's actually intentionally has bots so that you don't have to wait forever to find 100 people for a game, which I like. That's also a nice design philosophy. Even though it's frustrating, you know, everyone's like, oh, you killed all bots, whatever. You know, I really like that's a nice little design philosophy. What I'm going to do here is I'm going to let myself die so I can go talk to this Guardian guy. What's probably going to happen is I'm going to respawn right there and they're going to attack me again anyway. But hopefully we can get this guy talked to, get the quest turned in. And there you go. You get a lot of gold, almost 5,000 for doing these daily missions, which is really nice. If you're just starting out, you know, you're not like me. I've got 95,000 gold, which is nothing compared to what a lot of people have. But certain sets of armor in the game cost ridiculous amounts to craft. And so for me and for, you know, everyone else, those 5,000 gold is pretty nice. Not going to lie. But overall, I just wanted to relax for a little bit. I mean, we've been... So that's going to be it for this stream. I hope you have enjoyed it. If you watched this stream, be sure you tap the bell icon. If you watch it later is what I'm saying. So you know when we start streaming again, because, you know, you never know when I'm going to stream. I never know when I'm going to stream. I just get the opportunity